Okay, this one. Mercenary or Guardian. This one has passively special too. That's gonna get really freaking annoying with some of them like Spidey. Okay. Boss is Hulkling. Go to our tags. Mercenary. Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, this is a slim list. Actually, Yondu is going to be particularly good for that prowess lane. Yeah, that's probably all we're really going to do here. Could try Gwenpool, but the whole rank 4 thing, I don't think it's worth it. I'm tempted to try Venompool on Hulkling specifically because of the non-nullify thing. Hey, Bleezy, Jason, how's it going, guys? And then I think we bring Tigra. We used Mojo last time, that was great. Long shot would be super easy. There are a lot. Let's try Dragon Man. Kind of curious how that one feels. Man, he is really obnoxious with Obstinate Charge. Most of his damage has just been reflected. I suppose not most. We're also dealing with the rank advantage, but almost half of it. Hey, Easy, how's it going? Oh, I should have brought a Merc or a Mutant, shouldn't I? Because it's just caused to bleed, right? Not just by a bleed debuff. No, it is a bleed debuff. Okay, so I can use Misakure and avoid the special one. That makes sense, Bleezy. Glad to hear it, Easy. That's interesting. Hey, Visual. Glad to hear it. Doom is the worst on this node. They just love putting people who love their special attacks. But the other thing about Doom is that we do need to make sure we're hitting into his block, because we're just not going to crit on him as much. Oh, don't do that. Okay. Dang it. Okay. Recovered. I just forget, like, so what happened in my brain there, for anyone who's at all curious, is basically just that I saw the bleed passive and I was like, cool, we've turned off the unstoppable node, and for some reason that crossed the wire in my brain and I was like, we've also turned off the stun immune, which is not true. So I'll be okay. Used Hood for a fight versus Elsa. Did not bleed her, but for some reason Hood just melted away. Um, I mean, the two things I can think of easy is that you use the special 3, but that would be a pretty obvious bleed, or that she was running recoil, because recoil inflicted bleeds also count for that, which is super annoying. But that should be it. I can't think of another reason that Elsa would be particularly bad for Hood without some other node. Not really, Bleezy. It does say that they're immune for the stun, but it must be coded similarly to Annihilus, where they instantly purify the stun. I haven't tested the Storms or Bishop. If they do the passive stun, then it's probably similar. I don't like that. At one point, Mighty Charge worked as a purify, and they had to change that specifically to address Omega Red Apocalypse Archangel. So maybe this was coded along the lines of that, and they never really fixed it. That's my guess. Hey, Gara, Darkened. Oh, dang it. I hate when they do that. Okay, hold on. They wait just long enough. I just need to not dash back immediately after an evade. I'm getting into the swing of it. So I said I was kind of decided on who's the next for the champion tutorial. Can we get a hint? It's probably going to be Joe, visual. Um, I've gotten a lot of requests for Claire, and I do want to get to her. But I've gotten so many requests for Joe, and there aren't a ton of videos on him. Um, especially going more in depth. And so I think that that could be really helpful. Dang it, didn't mean to do that. Okay. Yeah, you're really seeing the 5-star punching up here. Hey, sure to go. That's funny, Sarah Ghost. Is using a mutant the only way to deal with a recoil Elsa? Yeah, pretty much easy. It's basically that or like a Sig 200 Daredevil Hell's Kitchen. I definitely would not mind Yondu's arrow attacks bypassing a fade, but At the same time, I think flavor wise and, overall power level wise, it's fine as it is. Because when he came out, I think the main reason he didn't have that ability was that, like, the primary evade characters that you wouldn't want to use Yondu on were, like, Daredevil and Spidey. And both of them should be able to avoid arrows. Like the Daredevil's radar sense and Spidey's Spidey sense, if you want to go by a comics bit, like, hey, this whistling loud arrow is coming at you should be exactly the kind of thing that they can evade. So I'm not really bothered by that. Why is this bleed immune on this lane? I do think the Yondu buff is solid, yeah. Excuse me. My god, I am so done with the inputs. Yeah, for sure, easy. I picked okay nodes that were open, but I definitely didn't look at where everything else was. No! That one did at least make sense, but it's still annoying. I hate mediums that can catch you in the middle of your dashback animation. There it is, and we just die. Which is exactly why you don't try it, or you try not to let him get to the special too. Inputs! That is a very generous headcanon, Saraghost. Hey, Shibby, how's it going? Hey, Slay. If I could have any champ right now, would it be Sig 200 Omega Red or Sig 200 Spider-Man 2099? I feel like you're asking me this because you're trying to win an argument with somebody. um, I would take Omega Red, but it would be close, and the main reason is because I have Reed. Because I just like as good as Miguel is, and I think in a vacuum I would take him just because I don't run recoil that much, as we've talked about. But given that I have Reed and how much overlap there is between him and Miguel, I would take Omega Red. Hey, Joe. I don't think I have heard that. That sounds interesting. How's it going, nerd? I really hope you get Nebula. I think you're in pretty good shape. You doing this again? I don't know why I did that. I really hate the timing on his heavy, honestly. I know it's just that I'm not used to it yet, but it somehow feels simultaneously too fast and too slow. Need to learn Scorpion. I have the trio, but haven't gotten around to playing much. Yeah, Scorpion looks like a ton of fun. I completely understand, nerd. That is basically how I felt after my Hyperion and Doc Ock grinds. Didn't spend any units. Wouldn't be the end of the world if I missed, but also I will never touch Arena again if I do. Yeah, Joe. It's a weird joke. Let's just start with Dragon Man because I feel like he doesn't truly line up. A true potential. Whoa, did not realize that thing had that much range. Throw your special, please, sir. Hey, Joffrey, how's it going? I gave the specific caveat of it relying on me already having read. And I stand by that. Nope, one more hit. I think Work would understand. Work has an Omega Red. Yeah, so Dragon Man is definitely not the best for Hulkling. Um, but it's kind of hard for him to die. That's nice. And these ineptitudes apply to all buffs, don't they? Oh yeah, the slow is fine, but he's not going unstoppable, so it doesn't really help us, right? Like, this is both harder and easier than a normal fight would be with Dragon Man, because we have the atrophy debuff, which is reducing the duration of his buffs, so that's letting us get through the indestructible faster. But at the same time, the unblockable is coming up more often, and he has that pause buff. It doesn't really hit. I mean, we're reducing his regen rate. That part's nice. No, okay. Ineptitude only affects Fury, Armor Up, Precision, and Cruelty. So it's actually doing nothing. All right, so yeah, Dragon Man is just a not going to die option there. Take care, Topper. Thoughts on the new war tactic? I actually hadn't seen the list. Doom is on it, Stover? Because if so, I agree. Like, Doom doesn't have the current war tactic, and he's still one of the most dangerous defenders on the map. Even though we have Defiance. Like, it's just the whole point of tactics. I think that's what really is bothering me is the communication of it. If they want tactics to switch into we're just going to make things hard in a specific way to try and get you to use specific attackers and change things up, then tell us that. But their original vision and what they told us was we're going to try and make less relevant defenders relevant. And that does not apply to Doom. It does not apply to Mojo or Maw right now. It does not apply to America Chavez. And so I would like them to pick a version of that and stick to it. Oh, soft guard on this? That's just gross. Doom and Cersei. Yeah, I honestly don't have much strong thoughts on the new tactic yet because I don't know exactly how it works. Do I have a place for rank up advice? I mean Vega's Discord. That's that's about it. I'm not currently maintaining one. Yeah. Wonder if Nimrod will interact with it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Because like it kind of implies he should remove it, but then they should also regen when he removes it and applies a shock. Like it feels like they're trying to go for heal block. So they want champions like Yondu, like Dr. Octopus, like Omega Sentinel. But we'll see. I just it feels too far ahead that I don't feel like I can give particularly good thoughts on it yet. Ah, dang it. I got focused on my side of the screen. Uploaded a video of Rintra taking down Hulkling, 26 hits. Woo. Yeah, go ahead, Easy, share it. That's intense. Yeah, I think the black and white list is a good idea. I'm a little bit I'm a little bit skeptical of how it's going to interact with what's the thing? The fact that tactics are going to change. And so like, almost nobody was banning Spider-Man 2099 last season, but he's somewhat popular this season. And so then if next season he somehow makes it on the blacklist for season 36, when we have a new tactic and he's not as powerful, then how helpful is that? How much does it actually change them? Oh, that was almost very bad. Oh, dang it. Holy crud, he does a lot of damage. And that's my least favorite part of Wong right there. That, like, if you don't dex super early, he catches you. Alright, that'll be fine. I'm honestly just gonna revive him. I sold like 3 of these this morning. I could use Masacre, but I'm trying to get a real feel for how much I care about Yondu. Oh, you lose the crossfights if you die. That I did not know. Tiger's definitely a lot better, yeah. At rank 4. She scales very well. Nukes tend to. And champions that have to bait heavies and block also scale well with the extra block proficiency. Like, just everything about her does quite well. Do I see Roblin as viable for future content or war? Maybe at some point, but something would have to change. Like, he can be used in current content. There are lanes in Act 7, and probably even Act 6, where he's great. But I don't see him being useful in war soon, just with the way that he works. Yeah, Saragost. I know. The new attack tactic will have a big impact. It's just hard to know. Bans aren't actually increased to 5. It'll be 3 for the next season, and then the blacklist kicks in and it takes it to effectively 5. Hey BT, how's it going? You think Killmonger is worth rank 3 at Sig 20? If you don't have a high Sig 5-star, sure. Like, he still has all the utility. He has the better block proficiency, he has access to adrenaline. Like, I took him up at 60, and that's normally where I kind of advise it. But I took him up at 60 already having a Sig 200 5-star. You and me are on basically the same page there, nerd. Save for it? No, but opening it? Yes. Oh, I forgot about that Wong's crossfight. That's super annoying. Soft guard is such an annoying node to put on this lane. And here's the reason that I particularly hate it. It's not that I think soft guard is always unfair. But the purpose of these tags is to encourage you to use champions that you might not otherwise use. And so that means that you're more likely to be punching up, like I am right now with a rank 4 5-star. And if you're doing that, you are already at a block proficiency disadvantage. You are already at a health disadvantage. You are already at a damage disadvantage. And so to exacerbate all of that with, hey, you have to block as part of playing the node, and you're going to regret it. Yeah. Let's be real. This is just smarter with Tigra. Nope. And Colossus. Really? Ah. Yeah, then I don't think it's crazy, Jason. Oh, annoying. You have 92k 6-star shards for the next one? Nice, Fred. Good luck. Hey, Troy. Yondu is a Thorns counter? Yeah, I used him against that one Electro in one of the variants. It was kind of fun. Hey, noobs, how's it going? And don't worry, I don't need it's not willpower for me. It's more that I've just decided the way my feature openings tend to go, I'm going to get a lot of trash regardless of which one I open. Doesn't matter how good the top of the next feature crystal is. I I'm confident I'm going to pull mostly from the bottom and middle. And so I would rather just keep opening feature crystals because I want the top options in the current one too. Obviously, I want both Rintra and Wong, but I can't decide who's going to be more beneficial. Yeah, both quite good. I do think that from a utility standpoint of solving problems, Rintra is better. I think Wong you might have more fun with and even get through faster on kind of vanilla lanes. He feels more like a bruiser to me. He just kind of runs through things. But Rintra feels more unstoppable, in a very literal sense. Major potential. Glad to have you. You have no idea why you take plasma damage from Wiccan. Probably because you got a shock on you while you had the neutralize up, and then you tried to proc a buff, which put an incinerate on you, which then combined with the shock and turned into a plasma. I think that happens even with incinerate immunes for him. That was probably the issue, Nani. Hey, Infamous. Going good. Oh, why did I do that? Because I thought for some reason I still had the bleed on him, that's why. Thanks so much, Shibby. I appreciate it. There are definitely a few that I'm still hoping to get out of this one. Really want Black Cat or Omega? Yeah, they both look great. It's funny that right as you sent that Infamous, my mom called. Call her back. But hope we're getting Valkyrie, and I'm assuming that was a typo and you mean Gore, because I do assume those two, yeah. Hey, Zach. Doing good. How about you? I should have thrown the. I'm still getting used to her because I should have thrown the heavy and still canceled out of it into the special 3 because we still would have gotten more stats. I will get used to it. That indestructible is super annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'll for sure check it out easy. I think that's what bothers me about it the most, is that there's not a cooldown. Because, like, he had just lost his indestructible. We threw a special too, and he was indestructible again by the end of it. Like, yeah, you just make sure he doesn't have charges, but good lord, he always has charges. Because we were hitting him quite a bit. Would be difficult to keep him below charges more than that. I'll try it again with her. Because we know Tiger will just throw him. Yeah, I've read what Sergo said. Disney Plus finally came to your country. What would you recommend to watch first from the Marvel shows? I would watch them roughly in release order. I like literally all of them. And I think they probably make the most sense in the order in which they were released. Why is Bishop on this lane? Just why? I would honestly just look it up, Grinfeld. Like, I don't have it necessarily memorized exactly which one came out which. Just Google the release order and go from there. I haven't watched Obi-Wan yet because we got a bit behind on Boba Fett, and so we need to. We don't tell me if I need to or not. I don't care. Just if you're typing that, backspace. But we want to watch that first. So we'll get there soon. But I haven't started it yet. Hey Lee, how's it going? Sometimes that happens. If you want to follow my Twitter, I post there when I go live for that reason. So you can check that out if you want. Thanks, Fred. Yeah, I really do think they're all good. I don't think there's much of a worry about which one you do first. See, even if you're quick, sometimes sometimes they still charge in. Because I think that I had that release down perfectly for the timing, and he still didn't block. But like I said in the Masacre guide, if you do one of those two things, 99% of the time, you'll end up landing it. Oh, you don't have Twitter? That's totally fine. But that's basically the only alternative I know of. Because sometimes the YouTube algorithm just gets really fickle about that, where it's like, I don't know, you didn't click on DLL's last video within 2 days after it came out. You must not like him, and you don't want to see any notifications about him ever again, even though you specifically turned them off. It'll do that. It is a dearth of content. By the way, that's EARTH, I believe. Although if you're... Doesn't that mean not enough? Because reading that, I feel like you mean surplus, maybe? No. With William Hurt gone, do I want him recast? Yeah, I think it probably makes sense to recast him. Red Hulk is a pretty big character. Or at least, if that's the same one. I don't remember. If not, don't correct me. It's for people. For movie continuity, you need to watch WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier. Yeah, that's kind of why I said in order. I think it's probably just going to make the most sense that way. And I don't think you need to rush ahead to anything. Because, like I said, I really do think they're all good. It happens, Infamous. Don't worry about it. Not correct. Never correcting to shame. Just for next time. What is that referring to when you say that's kind of how you felt, but then you clicked? Oh, dang it. I need to focus on this one. Yeah, we knew that would happen, but just in case I died, I wanted to lock that in. I definitely text that. That's fine. Alright, Yondu will finish it from there. I just brought Guardian because this is a stupid, stupid lane to have Bishop on. Oh, yeah. No, I know what you mean, Infamous. I get it. Oh, yep, I did it. 1 second, be right back. Yeah, it's my least favorite node, Grinfeld, and they put some just silly defenders on a few of the paths. Any thoughts on the Warlock cutoff? 60 million without units, and it would really be a huge addition. 60 million in the basic is pretty darn good. I think that would probably get him, honestly. Come on. Are we gonna go this whole fight without you throwing a single special? Yes, we are. Alright. You want to be like that. Like, the node isn't that bad when it's champions that make any sense to be on it. Hey, Ultimate. Back. Yeah, Yondu was one of the first mercenaries. Makes sense given the whole Ravager thing. It's been kind of interesting to read through the comics because shouldn't he have the Inhuman tag? Like, I don't know if that's something that's controversial across different writers or something. But what I'm reading right now definitely has him as an Inhuman. Nope, dexed that. Thank you. Dang it. I was hoping to get the regen in there. I mean, this will still be effective. Nope. Okay. Yet another reason to want point-by-point mastery adjustments is if they keep releasing people that actually make Mystic Dispersion a problem. I mean, we can just kill him with special threes. I'm not sad about it. But I feel like so far I've been trying to use somewhat more oblique counters. Because you face him like with on Conflictor or something. And that's probably going to be what people try and use to bypass Claire or Longshot or to make Tiger more dangerous. So then someone like America Chavez makes more sense. Someone like Mojo makes more sense. That's why I've been trying these other counters. Someone like Ronin is never going to work in war. So that's why I keep trying these, even though they're like faster versions for CavEQ. I want to feel like I get these down. Okay, nothing too stupid, just a havoc. Who gets an armor and applies bleed? Warlock. Yeah, vast majority of fights, what Saragossa said. If you watch mine, you'll see that sometimes I only bother keeping a single stack of pre-fights up, and for the purposes of the fight, special ones or special three is actually better. The America Chavez fight from 2 wars ago is a good illustration of that. But most fights, you try and land two special twos, maintaining the full stacks of everything, and then, assuming your read is duped, you just start like spamming special threes. Hey, BK, how's it going? Been a bit. Oh, that's right. Yondu actually gains the armor from prowess. I forgot about that part of his buff. Okay, well then in that case, I probably want not Warlock, but probably an Arcus counter. Yeah, let's do that instead. Used Warlock wasn't that bad. Yeah, I'm sure it's not. But we owe it to Yondu. Really? Hard Lock Night or Hard Knock Life? Are you kidding me? This is why people don't enjoy these tag systems. There's nothing in the rules that says it has to be antagonistic like this. Let us actually use the node. Who else do I want added into the game? I mean, I'm currently in the process of doing homework to become a better Marvel nerd, reading through things. So I don't have great answers to this. A lot of the ones that I would point to specifically have already been mentioned by Kabam, so we kind of assume they're coming. So like Baku, Okoye, Prowler, Kashala, some of those. There are a lot of really cool options out there. Definitely, some of the universal Inhumans that I've come across the Fantastic Four run I'm reading right now seem kind of interesting. Like they're way out there and not at all involved in the MCU, and some of them are kind of silly. Like one of them is basically Horse Thor with a sword, but it'd be kind of cool. Yeah, Sandman is high on a lot of people's lists. God, Anti-Venom's combos are such BS. Oh my God, the bleeds are a split second late. It's just the reach on his first light that really ticks me off. It doesn't need to go that far. Hey, work. You know I'm with you on Blackheart. I don't care about Onslaught yet. And that's not like... That's not that I dislike the character, it's just I'm not attached to it. But I'll get to the X-Men eventually. I am working through comics. Yeah, I subscribe to Marvel Unlimited Shibby, and I'm working my way through, at the moment, Hickman's Fantastic Four and Future Foundation. I was mildly interested in Secret Wars, and Vega asked on Twitter about that, and Karate Mike specifically recommended a read order through a lot of Hickman stuff leading up to Secret Wars, and so that's what I'm doing right now. Crystal is another one that Kabam mentioned that I did vote for. Fred, that would be very cool. Gorgon, I don't know as much about, but I'm down. Yeah, easy. I think Kabam is doing quite well. They're just, I mean, there are a lot of characters where basically just introduce them with a somewhat compelling way, give me even like a tiny bit of a reason to care for them, and make sure that their kits are interesting, and I'll bite. Like, I'm pretty easy like that. Yeah, I'm down for Cloak and Dagger. I know, Clown, I heard that too. We'll have to watch for it. This time we got him in. Yeah, Crystal looks interesting. The other thing I'm pulling from reading the comics is just I'm not going to be like mad at them because I know that they were going for something and it just didn't quite get there. It's not quite realistic and it was years ago at this point. But the word I want to go with is it is definitely backwards that Invisible Woman is the weakest member of the Fantastic Four in game. Because good lord, that woman can do some damage. Yeah. He was back earlier, Clown. It was not the real one, Toy Shadow, no. Blue Marvel, Maverick, Vulcan, Beta Ray Bill, Scarlet Spider, Black Tom, Spear, Octopus, Phantom Gladiator. Yeah, I've heard of most of those. That's what you get for being old. That's funny, easy. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Having a good time. Eh, of course. Oh my god. Fury. Okay, the timing on these bleeds is atrocious. I will take this one again from half, thank you. That's awesome, Meta. How's it going, man? I'm pretty sure Gore is coming. God, I hate her so much. What? Oh. I hit the special button and expected it to actually work, and I missed the power drain. I think it's time for my afternoon coffee again. That's okay, I'll revive him for Havoc. I just should have used Claire, is what I should have done. Right, we lost the... I cannot keep track of whether we have the bleed up for some stupid reason. Come on, DLL, focus. There we go. Valkyrie is 100% confirmed. That one's set. No, they confirmed her. That's fun. Probably should have just done a 20 and left it there, but that's okay. Yeah, K-Dog. Some of those feats are amazing. Be nice, Sarah Ghost. Mm, I get why you're saying that, Ultimate, but you have to realize that if they did that, it would be less welcoming to new players who don't have him. I don't know. Could be kind of cool for like for October maybe. Do a little mini event there. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, work, but I'm also not. Congrats. Hey, Devil Dog. I haven't heard anything yet, BT. I agree. I try not to expect things, but I did expect this to be fixed by now. Alright. We're down to our last path, so let's just I definitely should have maybe for the special one. Something weird just happened there. Already with Apple? Well, then maybe I need to update my game work? But hotfixes don't require updates normally, right? I swear I had an issue with it this morning. Maybe it was last night. Nope, way too far. Okay, make sure you're close enough. Oh, with... Okay, I get what you mean by with Apple. That should be fine. Of course, kinetic transference. This bothers me a lot less than the other. Good luck, BT. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that, Madrox. I mean, let it go. It'll be okay. But I understand because I've looked at that a couple times. Just for funsies. There we go. Yeah, quick fill is very helpful for arena grinds for sure. I knew I just had to get ignited, but we had to also keep Maw under control in the process of getting ignited. So I think that fight, other than me forgetting he was stun immune at the very beginning and eating a combo, was pretty much exactly how I wanted it to go. That's not inputs, that's just hitbox shenanigans. And then AI shenanigans combined with some minor inputs. And then me getting flustered and talking out loud, and ending my combo into block when I shouldn't. So I'm gonna go back to being a little bit less quiet. Okay. That's fine. The Sakura should handle the rest of this lane. bad for only 4 incinerates. Obviously, the Furies are huge. You know, me messing up aside, I think if Yondu were rank 3, he would feel very good in these quests. I do like the buff. I don't think he's like a priority or anything. But I definitely think it was a success after playing him through this one. Forgot to do that earlier, but pinned your Rintra video easy. Okay, now I actually want to practice with the Tigra a little bit more. Yeah, it's okay. Just testing something, but I feel very comfortable with the special one now. Hitbox on those last few physical hits is a little odd. But yeah, that's going to be an easy fight. Anywhere that Tigra can take him, she's not going to have a problem. Okay. I don't think I'm going to start on the Wiccan chapter, because if I do, I'm going to feel weird starting in the middle of it, and I'm going to want to go... I'm going to want to go all the way through, and we just don't have that much time before War number 9 starts. For those of you who have asked about the season, you're not in Platinum 2. It's weird how it does that. But yeah, we are 12th overall at the moment. So ideally, in this last war, or in this last week, we go 2-1 or better, and that should get us into top 10. But even if we stay where we are right now, this, plus the side quest rewards next week, will get me over the line onto 2 of each of these. And then when Eternity of Pain drops, I will probably be taking up Nimrod. I had talked about Cersei next, and I still like the idea of a rank 4 Cersei, but Nimrod is already rank 2, or is already Sig 200. The only other one I think I'm considering this time around is Doom. Because Doom is currently, what, Sig 80? And I have, I think, like 25 mutant stones and then like 70 generic stones, and then I'll get 30 more from Eternity of Pain. We've been dropping a bit in prestige, and Doom is Doom. My VG is also a lot lighter on rank 4 Dooms than it was last season. And he just pairs absurdly well with a rank 4 Reed. Like, I would feel pretty darn unstoppable. So, that's kind of what I'm thinking for the next one, which means that I'm probably going to take almost all Mystic T5CC from Eternity of Pain to make sure that I can take him up. Depending on how AQ goes in between now and then, maybe I end up putting one into Tech, so I'm ready for Nimrod. I don't know. The other thing is that if we seem to be holding stable in AQ, I may. I'll talk to everyone else, but I think that that's like the end of the. I'm sorry, I'm ending like 6 sentences here. But the end of the Eternity of Pain event is 12 days out. 12 days from now is the 28th. That's within a week of July 4th. And so I know some of us have talked about the possibility of there being a 3 to 4 gem there. If there is, I hope it's some kind of like Nexus. I don't expect a generic, but I hope it's not just a class. But whether it's a Nexus or a class, it might be smart for me to just hold my Eternity of Pain rewards and see what comes out of that. Yeah, I know 40-50 off. I think 60 off 46th is what I heard work. I know, PWF. I hate even thinking about all of this kind of stuff because what I should be like what I ideally would be doing is just taking up the champion that I love the most for the next one, and that would be like Nimrod or Killmonger. Probably Killmonger and just call it a day. But we'll see because I would feel really, really silly if I took up Doom and then I had like a Nexus pick between, I don't know, Mystic, Cosmic, and or like Mystic, Science, and Skill would be the one that would make me feel the silliest. Because if I got Cosmic, I would probably just take up Surfer and not be sad about it. But I would definitely feel a little bit sad if I took Doom to rank 4 for Prestige and then wound up feeling like I needed to take Surfer up again for Prestige. My Prestige would be pretty, but eh. Yeah, I know Doom and Reed is insane, but they are also aren't that many high sig Nimrods in my BG Easy. It's only me and one rank 4 as far as I know. And so having him at that point is also persuasive. But I have also said to people multiple times, and I mean it, a Sig 200 rank 3 Nimrod is better than a rank 4 at low Sig. It's not like anyone has that, but the point I'm making is that I feel like he's probably enough at rank 3. We'll see. You're stretching for the planning session? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go grab my coffee, take a minute. Stretching actually sounds kind of nice. Oh, I know he slaps Madrox. I just don't particularly enjoy playing him. But I know exactly how strong I would be with the option of having him and Reed on basically every map. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for listening to me talk through that, and thanks for hanging out in the stream today. Chat was great as always. I will catch y'all soon. I don't know if I'll have another video ready tomorrow because it would almost need to be the next guide, and I just don't know how much time I'm going to have. But if nothing else, definitely another war video on Saturday. And until then, thanks everybody for watching. Hey, Vega. Yeah, clown is always entertaining. Take care, Mike. Sorry you're showing up just at the end. Later, everyone.